Hello everyone, my name is Ahmad Omar. I am from University of Florida. Today I am interviewing one of the HortLegend, Dr. Gary Stout. And in the beginning, I would like to thank him for giving us the time and the opportunity to learn from his experience on horticulture. So thank you very much.
Oh, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure.
Yeah. So my first question is, what is your horticulture specialization and what are the primary position you have held?
Mm. Well, my training as a plant physiologist, and I spent most of my career in controlled environment agriculture, which is grow chambers and then growing plants in space. And my background was originally as a pomologist. I was on the faculty of the University of Maryland, teaching fruit culture. Then went down to Kennedy Space Center to work on projects to look at the feasibility of keeping people alive on the moon and Mars. And most recently, I founded a company, Synergy, which specializes in doing R&D work on the International Space Station and applying those technologies through consulting to greenhouses and indoor farms here on Earth.
That's wonderful. So what has horticulture meant to your life and your career?
Oh, well, my entire career has been involved in horticulture. My father, Charles Stutte, was a professor at the University of Arkansas, and I began working on the agriculture experiment station, horticulture, food science, when I think I was 16. And so I continued working in plants and in horticulture and trees, uh, now growing plants in space to keep people alive. So really, horticulture has provided me a very diverse career and many different opportunities. That relationship between, you know, plants and people, uh, plants and health, and our survival as we leave the planet is, rooted in this society and what I've learned here in ASHS and through horticulture.
That's great. So what do you consider to be the most rewarding part of your career in horticulture?
See, that's a very, very difficult question. In that, all aspects of, what this career entails has its, challenges and rewards. Working and watching, students and individuals, working in industry, learning, thriving, and prospering. That's a tremendous satisfaction. Uh, but also looking like in the research, you do your work and you're toiling away and you're writing papers, as many of us do. Then to look back and say, people are actually using this. It's changing. These things make a difference. So that the rewarding parts or the satisfaction I just personally get out of working with plants and the ability to you know take this career that most people just don't think about or take it to heart or truly understand and try and bring that to life and make some impacts on other people's lives, and it also gives me a fair amount of joy.
So how long have you been a member of ASHS and how the society influenced your career?
I first joined ASHS when I was a graduate student. I believe that was in 1982 was when I first joined. And so I've been an active member since then. Uh, ASHS has initially gave me, the exposure and understanding of what it takes to succeed as a professional horticulturalist and as a horticultural scientist. What is required, how to answer those questions. It made many introductions. Uh, ASHS was where I made the contacts and learned about the jobs and had, the professors and the hiring opportunities that ultimately led to, my first jobs and interviews. ASHS has given me the opportunity to publish uh, to an audience that can use and appreciate it at different levels, from hort technology, hort science, and then the journal, the premier journal of horticulture in the world, having that opportunity to publish in. And then, later on, it has given me, you know, various opportunities for recognition, as well as to identify the trends that are coming and the people that are doing it. So, the networking opportunities, the outlet, and the knowledge exchange have all been critical to my career.
That's great. So with this long career and experience in horticulture, what advice you can offer to a student and young professional in horticulture?
Um, I would say my personal career has been varied and has not been a straight line. I know many of us come into this society, and their first exposure as students or grad students, and we go through our professors and work, and then you're going to become a professor and have some work in the land grant institution or academia. There are other pathways to do that through industry. And I started out with trees, and I've ended up having 4 experiments on the International Space Station. I mean, how does that stuff happen? It was those opportunities that came from applying the basics of how plants respond, looking at how they deal with their environment and their understanding to increase productivity. And that can be either yield or number of flowers or heights, or what you need for a transplant, production of a particular compound, and then working very diligently and focused on that particular question. But ultimately, follow your passion. Know what gets you excited. Find the people that are engaged in that and let them help you. ASHS has wonderful mentorship programs, and it has been my experience and observation, no matter how oddball you might think your thoughts or goals are within this community, someone is there to help you refine it, define it, and bring those through. So follow that passion and let the society help you.
That's a great advice. So what excites you most about the future of horticulture industry and profession?
So exciting is an interesting word, because exciting can be, oh my gosh, look what's about to happen, and oh my gosh, look what's about to happen. So on the one hand, we have, in the next 25, 30 years, another 3 billion people are coming to live on this planet. That's a huge number that has no context, except that it's the population of North America, South America, Australia, Europe, and a little bit more all combined. They're all coming to dinner. And we're going to have to find ways to provide safe and nutritious food to keep us healthy for that population. And we're all getting older. The population at that time will be almost 20% of the world population is going to be over 65 years old. So that means the things that we do in horticulture, we produce the foods that are rich in phytonutrients, phytochemicals, the antioxidants to maintain the health and vitality of young children growing, and the acuity and health as we mature, is what our job is. So we have huge challenges to meet that demand. I'm very excited to see that much of the work that I've been involved with in controlled environment agriculture is being adapted to increase productivities, yields, all using things like lights to increase quality and nutrients in the plants. and just the excitement that I see in the next generation coming in with their relationship to food, the desire to get healthy food, and the application of advances in technology to utilize our resources. So I'm very optimistic about it. I'm also extremely excited that one of the highlights of my career has been able to do experiments on the space station, and that work at closure and sustainability being applied here on Earth, and ultimately, hopefully, in that same 30 years, we'll see it begin applied as we start growing plants on the moon and Mars. So there's a huge amount of opportunity in there. There's a big challenge, but this society, ASHS, has for well over a century met those challenges and advanced an industry to where it's the leading one in the world. So I'm optimistic. The excitement of the opportunities to meet them excite me. The magnitude of the challenges excite me in a different way. But those are challenges that I think we can certainly meet together.
That's wonderful. So at the end, on behalf of the media committee and ASH and large, I would like to thank you again, Jerry, for giving us the time and the opportunity to learn from your long experience in horticulture.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.